Game of Thrones spin-off House of the Dragon launches on August 22nd. Here are some surprising facts about the making of the prequel series. Starting on Monday, August 22nd on Sky Atlantic with Now, spin-off prequel series House of the Dragon takes us back to the land of fire and blood for a story set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon is the story of the Targayren dynasty and is based on George R.R. Martin's hefty fire and blood novel. It's a story about a family at war, a story about dragons and a story about tragedy. It has the same landscape, the same inspiration, and similar tones to Game of Thrones, but it's also its own show with a different story to tell. Here are surprising facts about House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon is based on the true story of the English Civil War, the Anarchy. Talking to fans at Comic-Con 2022, George R.R. Martin explained how House of the Dragon was inspired by real events that took place in the 12th century. Game of Thrones was based very loosely on the War of the Roses. This show was based on an earlier period of English history, called the Anarchy, said Martin. Births are the new weddings. If weddings were a signal to Game of Thrones fans that something dramatic was around the corner, births have a similar impact in House of the Dragon. Talking about their significance in the show, director Miguel Sapochnik told The Hollywood Reporter, in medieval times, giving birth was violence. It's as dangerous as it gets. You have a 50-50th chance of making it. We have a number of births in the show and basically decided to give them different themes and explore them from different perspectives the same way I did for a bunch of battles on thrones. There are 17 dragons. We're at the height of the Targaryen rule, which means dragons galore. And no expense or effort has been spared on giving these creatures their own looks and personalities. There are 17 of them at the height of this. It's important to differentiate them, and it was one of the earliest things we started concepting on, said showrunner Ryan Condal. George, who writes very detailed books, gave us the gift of color, size, and age. We took those things and tried to extrapolate them and add personality. So Caraxes is very cantankerous and agitated, and he's always moving and flexing, much like his rider. We built out from Syrax and Caraxes, and Viagar, the biggest dragon alive right now. We've designed dragons you won't even see in Season 1. There's much yet to come. How do they ride the dragons? We've all seen footage of actors interacting with green screens over the years, but what happens when you actually have to ride a non-existent dragon? Millie Alcock, who plays the young Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, explained to fans at Comic-Con that it's quite an unusual experience. You're propped up on what looks like a mechanical bull you would find in a bar or a pub, said Alcock. The wigs and costumes aren't easy work for the cast. The famous Targaryen long white hair meant that a large number of the cast had to sport wigs during their time on set. A self-confessed fidget, Matt Smith joked that it would be the one thing he would change on the show if he had the powers as the ruler of Westeros. I'd allow them to dye their hair. The wigs were a pain in the arse, he said at Comic-Con. Leave a thumbs up on this video if you did that. It does help massively with the algorithm and helps me release more exciting videos for you to see. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button and ring a notification bell. What is your overall opinion of this video? Don't forget to share your opinion below. Bye friends, and see you soon.